Greetings! In this week's 5 for Flooring, I want to talk to you about a new tool that I believe represents a great opportunity in both the flooring side of your business and the traditional paint and hardware side of your business as well. And that tool is the trim puller from Zenith Industries. Now I know what you're thinking. People have Wonder Bars, they have pry bars, everybody has a way to get trim off of a wall. They do, but I would argue that it's not the best way. And also, when people see how the trim puller works, they're going to want one. The trim puller is unique because it addresses both of the problems with using a traditional pry bar to take trim off of a wall. And the first is damage to the wall itself. How many times have you been exceedingly careful using your Wonder Bar to slowly remove trim from the wall, and you still end up with indentations all the way down the wall that you have to later come back and patch and sand and repaint? Well, because of the way the trim puller works, it actually uses a mechanical method. This little wedge right here, you'll drive it straight down and it will remove the trim from the wall, but this big flat face won't leave any marks in it. Not only that, after you pop the trim off the wall, you don't do this, you turn it sideways, and this whole edge will be resting against the wall, effectively allowing you to remove trim from a wall without having to come back and patch and sand and paint. Now, the other great thing about the trim puller is the way that it saves the trim for you. How many times again have you been careful not to break a piece of trim so that you can reuse it? And you're especially careful when you know it's an older piece of trim that you're not going to be able to match with what's readily available now. Or heaven forbid, you're working in a historic home where you really need to be careful about saving that trim. You see, the way the trim puller removes the trim from the wall, there's no stress on the trim itself. It's actually pulling it away as one piece. And this means that you're not going to have to try to glue back some trim and sand and finish it so that nobody can see it, or go out and buy new trim. So now you're saving time and money on the job. Now, I know, I understand, John, it's just a fancy way to get trim off of a wall. And it is, but it's an effective way to get trim off the wall. And it works. It simply works. I've now had 3 of them. The first 2 that I had were stolen by friends who saw me using the tool, were working on their own house, and somehow this is the one item that didn't manage to make it back in the toolbox. And I don't know about you, but to me, that's the true sign of a good item. If it doesn't make it home with you because somebody else borrowed it, you've got a keeper. And the trim puller is a keeper. Now, Paul Van Noy is ordering this product in right now, and as soon as it comes out, I'd like all of you to get out and share this product with your paint stores, with your hardware stores, and with your flooring stores. Not only that, but Zenith Industries, the maker of the trim puller, is going to be offering us a spiff or a sales contest as well. As soon as we have all of the details, I'll get that out for you. Now, I look forward to hearing about the success that you've had with this item, and trust me, get your hands on one and use it. You will be amazed at how efficiently and how effectively it removes trim without damaging the wall or the trim itself. Thanks for your time.